Look at that. And just seconds before recording this, Mama texted me that this pizza is out of the oven. This pizza cookie, I should say. I'm very excited about it. I just had a few slices of pizza, and the cookie shall follow next. But today is a special day because Sci-Fi-LA-LA-MAS are here. We haven't seen Sci-Fi-LA-LA-MAS in a long time, and the reason that this is a big deal, feel free to use code Mista if you're not buying any of these, is because the Sci-Fi-LA-MAS are pretty understandably... I always hate saying best unless I'm certain, and there's almost always a catch, but I think considering how many of the top weapons are in this weapon set, it is rivaled closely by the military llamas, the Art Deco llamas, maybe even the spy weapons. But I think, personally speaking, the Sci-Fi-LA-LA-MAS are the strongest llamas in the game. Like, the strongest weapon set. I mean, the Light Expander and the Husk Warper, I mean, there are some, not insane weapons, but even still, the Husk Warper is still pretty good, and the Light Expander, I'm not certain on. Gamatron's a top 10 weapon, Blastotron Mini, both of these should have been mentioned in my new top 10 video. They were in the first one, I didn't in the second. They're still phenomenal. The Plasmatron's very strong, Blastotron's strong, the Atomizer, I think, needs no introduction. This is a weapon that is my top recommendation for a weapon voucher, but of course today you have the opportunity, if you're willing to spend 1200 V-bucks worth checking all the llamas, to get the Deatomizer. And the Pulsar 9000 is a top tier shotgun in a way. It's not the highest damage or anything, but its crowd clearing is just incredible. So fantastic stuff. And I almost always forget to show the sci-fi heroes. Most of them are fairly forgettable. There are some Cyberclops fans. I'm not one of them, but they are a thing. So if you get them, hey, why not? I will not be buying these llamas because I'm pretty good on the set and I value my V-Bucks, even though I got a lot here, I try to make it last. But if you guys end up buying anything, seriously, use code Mista. It really would help me out a lot and I would appreciate it. So, shouts to Archer and Rage Mixer and J Torre and the people from Discord who offered for letting me see these Ventures missions. Let's check it out. Actually, as I always say, before we get into it, let's show this quick. We'll be over in BR in a second, no doubt. No free bucks today, and we do not have anything super notable in here other than the Digitech Disintegrator, which we're about to look at. The wall lights down the line, and a legendary survivor is available. And just while we're here, both of these survivors are in the same mission, so pretty cool. Let's take a look. All right. So, right off the bat, like I said, 46 Atlas. I mean, super easy mission. If you can still access this, the Digitech Disintegrator isn't like a top-tier shotgun. It's not a personal favorite, but I did make a video on it. Link below. If I forget, please yell at me in the comments. But good enough shotgun for, running this mission once. So, hey, worth grabbing if you don't have a copy. Thunderbolt, it's a weapon I need to cover. I'm sorry. But yeah, look at this. 4x perk up and 2 purple survivors for one mission. That's a mission worth running, in my opinion. If you need those survivors, of course. They are, potential for trap durability, or maybe just you're filling out your squads, you're a low power level player. Hey, good to run. 4x perk up in the 4x reperk in the 74 player retrieve the data, and the legendary wall lights in the 74x. Wall lights are pretty good. I, personally speaking, have been using floor freeze more than anything, but wall lights will still stun and freeze enemies in place. They're pretty good, like on those cliffs where they drop down like 2 or 3 tiles. That can be kind of hard to trap. I just put floor freeze or wall lights down there, and I usually use sniper defenders. Pretty good combo. Wall lights are a legitimately good trap. If you do not have a copy of it, 74x, evacuate the shelter in Ventures. That is your mission. Please go grab at least a copy of the schematic if you don't have it. Good for the collection book, even if you have only 1 copy. All right, nothing too crazy interesting. I'm just double checking as I go along here, but we do have a 4x rain in the 124 retrieve the data, which is great. 4x drops of rain are always nice. 4x storm shards, I did skip one of those down here, you probably noticed, but storm shards, they just build up so quickly. I've mentioned this many times before, but most of those 4x missions will give you like 40 storm shards or more, maybe even 80. It's a ton, and the only time you ever use storm shards is to evolve something from level 4 to 5, or from 40, whatever. So, and that only costs like 11. So it's very, very easy to get a huge surplus of storm shards, so I don't always mention it. 4x Eye of the Storm and the 144 player, and then just all of the 140s. Seriously, all of these have something worth running for. Even if there's nothing crazy interesting, 18,000 Ventures XP is still fantastic because, you want to level up fast. You're going to need about 2.4 million. I am the guy who made the video on that. I mean, I'm not the only one who made a video on it, but you'd think I would know, but that's why I put it into videos, so I don't have to remember the things. This is why we write things down as humans, is so that we don't have to store all the knowledge in our brains. Anyway, where's the gas trap? There it is. In the 94 Deliver the Bomb, we have a purple gas trap. Same story as I'm about to tell in a second here. This is still very good purple. I mean, worth flux. If you don't have the gas trap, that is definitely worth running that mission. So very, very powerful trap. There's your legendary survivor in the 108 Deliver the Bomb. Just chilling there entwined. Pretty easy mission. You can knock that out solo even. If you need some friends, join our Discord, link below. Be polite. If anybody's not being polite, tell the mods, please. 108 4-player Deliver the Bomb, 4x perk up, plus 194 legendary perk up. Pretty solid, pretty solid. 4x Storm Shards in the 116 4-player, plus 49 Eye of the Storm. Not bad at all. And then, yeah, I'm looking into 124s. I was reading the message. 4x legendary perk up and 297 reperk. Pretty good for the 124 4-player. Repair the Shelter is a personal favorite of mine because unlike, so I mentioned 4 players a lot. These are meant to be 4 times harder than normal missions-ish. But Repair the Shelter, it randomizes the spawn locations of the zombies right as you start the mission. And so it actually spawns about the exact same amount of zombies as a normal mission because they don't give you any time to trap. So even though it takes a little while to find the modules, I find that to be the easiest and most relaxing mission to run because they always seem to be paired with some pretty good rewards. Well, unless it's in the 164 player, of course. 5x, 4x, Eye of the Storm, 60 plus 61, and then 369 reperk. Nice. And then, 4x, Survivor XP. With the Evacuate the Shelter modifier, mission type, you will probably get, I don't want to say this, you might have to crit, I'm not certain, but that might actually be over 1 million Survivor XP per run. So if you are carrying any friends, and they're low power level, that's a good one for Survivor XP. You might be able to build up a stockpile of that amount. I don't know. Run it 260 times. 5x perk up plus 250 legendary perk up. Fantastic. Retrieve the data. I know you jailers are salivating for a mission like that. And in Canny Valley, this is where I was going to tell that other story in the 52 zone. Sealing Electric Field, same story. Even purple, it's quite strong, and you should definitely flux it if you don't have a copy. Sealing Electric Field, I've actually leveled up 2 copies now for nature and regular, and I supercharged it to max. Fantastic trap. Gas trap, same story. So if you don't have those traps, certainly worth supercharging. Well, I mean, evolve it first to legendary, then supercharge it. I'm looking at you, Ty. And then 4x Lightning in a Bottle in the 74 player, and then 95 reperk in the Canny Storm King. Not sure if 95 reperk is worth running the Canny Storm King for, but I mean, you can. Nothing interesting in Plankerton. I took a look. I found nothing. Yep. And then same story in Stonewood. But there are things going on in Battle Royale. Thank you guys for letting me see the missions. I really appreciate that. That's going to be kind of interesting as I level up through Ventures. I'm going to need help backwards so I can see the lower power level zones, but it's not too big of a deal. In the item shop, we have FA-LA-LA-LA-FISHSTICK. So if you want that, there you go. Not my style of skin, but nonetheless. CUTIEPIE is also in there. Oh, you can take the helmet off, or the mask, I suppose that is more specifically. It's like a female nutcracker, but not really. What is that? That's more of a doll than anything, isn't it? I don't, this is definitely nightmare fuel. Yeah, that is something. All right, well, I mean, hey, if you like what you see in the shop, feel free to use code Mista to check out. I'd appreciate it. Guaco is here. Bachi's here. Magic Wings. Old school, doing that little... I'm having fun here. Master Chief and his collection is still here. Gingerbread people are staying for an extra day or more. I'm not certain when they go away. And then all of the things that have been here previously are still available. So if you're interested, there you go. I'm going to go eat a giant cookie. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.